Here's another case of where the media is also weighing in. I'll let you set this up, Joey, because I know this one's close to your heart.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, Section 60 in Arlington is essentially where all of the killed in action are buried from mine and Pete's war, the 20-year war, Afghanistan and Iraq. And it's very well known to us, and it's something that's very near and dear to us. I've seen Westboro Baptist Church protest there. I've seen a half dozen of my friends buried there. And essentially what has happened is President Trump was invited by the families of the 13 Afghanistan heroes that were killed at the Abbey Gate to come and present a wreath. And then afterwards, he was invited to visit graves. The original, or the initial reaction was, this was so solemn and quiet and respectful. But now with a little bit of detail, Kamala Harris and the entire Democrat establishment is attacking President Trump for simply visiting the graves of those heroes and at the request of family members taking pictures. This is Kamala Harris's post on X. She says, let me be clear. The former president disrespected sacred ground, all for the sake of a political stunt. This is nothing new from Donald Trump. This is a man who has called our fallen service members suckers and losers and despairs Medal of Honor recipients. This is a man who is unable to comprehend anything other than service to himself. First of all, there's a lies in that statement. But to put those on the side for a minute and just look at what she said about how he disgraced or dishonored a solemn place. Ma'am, he showed up to Arlington National Cemetery. And where were you? These service members died, apparently, while you were the last person in the room making decisions that led to their death. I've never heard you utter their names. I've never seen you meet with their parents, many of whom invited Donald Trump to be there. I've spoken to their parents. I've met them and shaken their hands and hugged their necks. Where the hell were you on that day? And all you want to do is make a political point out of it. You're the one making this for show, and that is absolutely dishonorable.
Well, you spoke about the parents, and here's what they had to say.
We invited President Trump. We are the ones that asked for the video and the pictures to be taken. President Trump has been there for us from the very beginning when our son and the other 12 of his brothers and sisters in arms were murdered due to your negligence and uncaring attitude towards our military.
Why did we want Trump there? It wasn't to help his political campaign. We wanted a leader. That explains why you and Joe didn't get a call.
Vice President Harris, I ask you, why won't you return a call and explain to us how you call my daughter-in-law's death a success? Vice President Harris, why will you not express your condolences yourself? Why have we never heard from you? And finally, why would you take a day where we celebrated the death of our loved one and use it to disparage not only them, but us?
Because this is heartbreaking, but I want to ask you, Pete, just from a political perspective, why the heck would Kamala Harris weigh in on this when she has blood on her hands here? This is, I just, from a political point of view, this is dumb.
Well, their entire premise of Joe Biden's campaign and hers is predicated on hoaxes about Donald Trump, right? Fine people hoax, suckers and losers hoax, Charles, all these. So this is another hoax, Arlington hoax, trying to make him, because listen, when you watch TV, when I saw Donald Trump there, the first thing I thought watching it live was, where the hell is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
I text Ryan Mass and said, what was the protocol
is going
for him to be there?
Absolutely.
Like, it was like, it was really amazing to me that a former president, not a sitting representative of the current government, was there. It was almost.
Exactly. So why weigh in on it, Joey? Well, that's my question. Like, what? Like, this just brings up Afghanistan for them.
They think they can make it all about him again. That's their political.
It's not going to work this time.
I don't think so either. They're flailing on this, but they've counted on hoaxes that then get perpetuated by the media to create a caricature of Donald Trump when these families know the real deal. And what everything Joey said is true. He was invited, he went, and then based on anonymous sources, they're trying to smear him as someone who disrespect. By the way, Joe Biden has a campaign ad that puts him in Section 60 from 2020. Like, if this is so terrible, they've done the same thing. but they just did it for their own political benefit. He did it. You know who wanted the cameras there? You know who wanted the cameras there? The families.
Yes.
Yep.
Because the families want people to not forget what happened to those 13.
And they're deeply hurt that the Kamala Harris Biden administration has forgotten them. I think it's so important to note they've never said their names. They've never called them. They won't return calls.
No.
Just real quick, just to put it in perspective, 13 died, and within hours last night of Kamala Harris's tweet, 6 parents of 5 of the heroes posted videos within hours. That shows you where the support is among those Gold Star families.
Absolutely. And he showed up.